Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Evangeline Downs here on Saturday. It is April 23rd, 2016. Gonna look at race number 9. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. Today's 9th race from Evangeline is a John Henry Stakes per $60,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. You know, I have to say, this is one of my favorite races from Evangeline because you don't see it this is a good, mile and 16 test. Since it's earlier in the year, you see some horses from the fairgrounds stay around to run in this race, that run in their turf races at the fairgrounds, of course. And, some of them will run here. I really like it. So it's the John Henry Stake, going for a $60,000 purse for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 12 horses traveling a mile and 1/16 on the turf course. And hopefully this race goes on the turf. I believe I definitely last year was taken off the turf. The year before, I believe it was taken off the turf also. I think this race has been taken off the turf at least 3 times since they've run it in the last 7 years, something like that. 2009 was when they first started turf racing at Evangeline. But, this race, I'm going to do a superfecta key. I went, it's going to cost you $6 to play this one for 10 cents because I went all out because it's a very difficult race for, pick 4 sequences. I would hit the all button if you could find 3 other singles to, if you can. It's just very, very hard. It's either single or you go all. That's what I say. But, I'm going to key in on the 9 horse here as a top selection, Storm Driver. I could have gave my top selection horse to any of these horses I have on this ticket. But going to key in number 9, Storm Driver on top. Going to go 9 with a 2, 3, 4, 7, 11. For this 10-cent super, it will cost you $6. If you want to play an exacta the same way, exact key, it will cost you $5. But, number 9, Storm Driver, 3-1, the 6-year-old horse out of District Cat. Last time out, we're in the New Orleans handicap for 4-year-olds up, grade 2 event at the fairgrounds at Mount Latham, March the 26th. Finished 9th by 16 3/4 lengths that day in a field of 10. It was basically 8th or 9th all the way around. Really, didn't do anything. Was bumped in the first turn also. Just had a horrible race. Then at the fairgrounds on the turf course, about a mile on the 27th of February in the Poker Ace Stakes for $60,000. Finished 12th by 10.5 lengths that day. Was far back early that day. Really didn't move up. Ran into this race last year when it was on the dirt, when it was taken off the dirt in the John Henry Stakes. Off turf on April 25th, mile 16th. Won by 5 3/4 lengths. Really ran well in the field 10. Really closed up and drew clear. I hope this horse could really run well here. His last win on turf, you have to go back to March the 19th of 2015 at the fairgrounds, mile 16th, claiming 30,000. Won by length and really closed up well that day. Has won once since that John Henry start. That was, or twice actually, excuse me. Won once here on the main track at Evangeline, and won once in a championship race in February at Delta. On turf, this horse is 5-1. That one win came at the fairgrounds back in 2015. March of 2015. This horse should really do well here. So to recap my bets for race number 9 from Evangeline Downs, the John Henry Stakes, I'm going to go with the 9 horse Storm Driver. I'm going to do a superfecta key here for 10 cents. I'm going to use 9 with the 2, 3, 4, 7, 11 for 10 cents. It's going to cost you $6 to play this one. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.